This is Turbo Scrub. You may have seen it pitched by Anthony Sullivan of As Seen on TV fame. This is a cordless, handheld, rechargeable bathroom cleaner. Today, I'm putting it to the test in my review of Turbo Scrub. This is Turbo Scrub. This is the contents of the box I wanted to go over. We have the wall charger. This is the head, the handle, extension pole, 3 brushes, the heavy duty brush, the corner brush, and the all-purpose brush. If you want to connect it, you could take the extension pole and line up this notch with the button. Snap into place, take the head, snap in place, which lines up this way. There it is. Push the button to release. If you want to use it without the handle, you can just put it directly on, and there you go. This is Turbo Scrub. Now let's get to it. Man, this sink is nasty. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try a little Turbo Scrub and see if I can cut through all the real dirt and grease in this sink. Not bad, actually. I'm pretty happy with the amount of work I put into it and the results I got, so I'll give that one a passing grade. And now let's see what's next. It only takes about 2 hours to charge the battery for Turbo Scrub, and then you'll get about 40 to 60 minutes of use out of it, depending on how you use it. The type of battery it uses is a nickel metal hydride, or NiMH battery. There's kind of a funny little quirk in the advertising. You'll see a scene when there's 2 rows of tile and the Turbo Scrub moves along forward and then moves along backward, cleaning the tile as it goes. As one commenter online noticed, they do a little camera trick so when it's actually moving backwards, the tile's already clean. I'm not sure why they would do that, but it's kind of funny. So I have a shower that has some problems with hair dye being at the bottom, and I want to see if the Turbo Scrub can actually make a difference in that kind of a stain. Surprisingly, I actually got a pretty good chunk of that hair dye out. I didn't think that was going to work. So I'm actually happy with the scrubbing power of Turbo Scrub. And now for a few more tests around the house to see what else it can do. That came out pretty clean with very minimal effort on my part. I just used Comet and water and let it sit for a few seconds, and it came up within seconds. So Turbo Scrub is on a roll. I'm not particularly a fan of the extension wand. Now, there's not an agreement here about whether the extension wand is useful or not. To me, it seems less stable when I push it down. It kind of has some give, and it kind of moves around when I'm using it. But on the other hand, there are those that feel that it does provide extra reach and also allows you to bend over less. So there's a bit of a disagreement on how useful the extension wand is. So that might be something that's just a matter of taste. You've probably seen another product advertised online called Hurricane Spin Scrubber, which looks remarkably similar to Turbo Scrub. I'm going to post a comparison of the two when I'm done doing my full review of Turbo Scrub, and I can say that there is at least one significant difference that might make one more of an advantage over the other, but you got to stay tuned for that video later, because first I'm doing my review of Turbo Scrub. Although there's lots of uses for Turbo Scrub around the house, if you're doing a particularly nasty job like your tires or your toilet, I'm not sure you're going to want to turn around and immediately clean the sink that you do dishes in. So if you're going from a nasty job to something else, you're probably going to want to spend some time cleaning those brushes extra carefully. One thing that I was going to point out is that, and not just with Turbo Scrub, but most as seen on TV cleaners tend to have these fake messes that they clean up. You can tell it's a brand new counter that they just put some dirt on. I'm not sure that's a really accurate depiction of what's being cleaned up. Like the commercial for Turbo Scrub, Anthony Sullivan cleans these messy counters that were probably cleaned 5 minutes before the commercial started filming. So I tried to put it to the test in the real world with dirt that actually had accumulated over time, and it did a pretty good job. Don't expect Turbo Scrub to work miracles on surfaces that are badly stained or have things that are caked on them for years. But my opinion of it after a few days of using it is that it works pretty well, about as advertised. Overall, I found that Turbo Scrub did a pretty good job of cleaning things around the house. I tested it in a variety of uses around the home: baseboards, shower, sink, tile grout, and it performed well in all cases. Now, there were instances where I had to use a little bit of extra pressure, a little bit of elbow grease to get the results that I wanted, but it still beats scrubbing in pretty much every test that I put it through. If anything changes with my opinion, I will post a follow-up review. But for now, I think the Turbo Scrub is a good product. If you've used Turbo Scrub, drop me a comment below and let me know what you think about it, because your opinion might be different than mine. Or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. And if you found this review at all helpful, I would very much appreciate a subscribe so I can continue to bring you as seen on TV product reviews in the future. Until next time, this is James White with Freakin' Reviews. Thank you.